25% timber soil in that northwest corner, and then it's going to be in the southeast corner is going to be 75% silty clay loam. So for that silty clay loam, high water holding capacity, high ISNTs, highly productive. That timber soil, low ISNTs, low water holding capacity, low infiltration levels, side slope. So are we thinking offensive or defensive hybrid here? Offensive category, intermediate offensive, we have multiple avenues to go with this one. So if you go the intermediate offensive side, you're going to want to go a semi-upright hybrid, higher populations in the 75%, you're going to slightly drop the populations in that 25%, that timber soil. If you're going to go the defensive side, intermediate defensive, you're going to do a semi-pendulum hybrid. They're going to be moderate to high populations, which in coordination means 28,000 to 30,000. We're going to go even lower populations in that 25%. But one thing to remember is that with both these avenues, there's kind of a crosshair between both of them, is that if we have a limited amount of rain in this situation, or if we have drought-like conditions, is that we're really going to burn up when we go that intermediate offense category in that 25% where populations are too high for that soil type. So if we have drought conditions, we go intermediate offensive, we plant a little bit higher population of semi-upright in that timber soil, those drought conditions are going to hammer down on that timber soil. But if we go the intermediate defensive side and we go that semi-pendulum population, and we lower the population overall down to get that light capture with the semi-pendulum hybrid, is that if we have a very wet year, we could see the whole entire field average downwards. We have plenty of moisture and we're able to control it, and we don't have much of a population out there because we're trying to control the sunlight. So it's kind of a flip of a coin kind of game, but you got to manage around the larger percentage of the field. So now for the flex category. I've been saying it's all a lot about management practices. It's going to be the same exact thing. So 75% of this field is set up perfectly for a Bull D hybrid, a high yielding hybrid. You got some very high potentials in that 75% of the field. But one thing you got to keep in mind is that you need to manage around that other 25%. You're going to have to VRT your population, you're going to have to VRT nitrogen, and you're going to have to pray for some rain to make sure you get through the season, especially if you're bumping up those populations. You're also going to want to apply a fungicide or insecticide when disease or pest is present to keep that Bull D happy.